So we're here, day 2 of searching. We went to a local park that we can't find any communication where this place has been searched. Even talking to first responders, they don't seem to know. Let me show you the size of these piles that we're digging through. It is absolutely insane. And yes, we're digging, we're looking, we're not just walking by. It's kind of hard to film while you dig and search. So if you don't see that on camera, it doesn't mean it didn't happen, okay? And also, by the way, the 2 girls found in the tree, yeah, we found out that that was not true, which sucks. Because at the time of posting my prior video and releasing it, it was true. Everybody believed that to be true. Unfortunately, it's not. I don't know why somebody would make that up, but yeah, unconfirmed. So very discouraging. So right now the city has put out that they are searching with those SAR teams. So, you know, cadaver dogs, chainsaws, and they're working as units, going pile by pile. I'm not sure where they are yet, but yeah. Anyways, I'm here with my dad and a friend, and we're digging and looking and hoping to find something.
You're gonna have to dig this stuff up.
Going down this river, you're going to be caught up in crap like that, and you're going to be deposited just like this is deposited. It's very likely bodies could be in here.
Yeah, it's layer upon layer upon layer.
It becomes the only way you can find a body in there is with dogs.
Dogs, chainsaws, and you got to be trained to do it right. Look at this pile of debris.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's ridiculous. Holy moly.
This is horrible. He's massive.
Found a shoe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check.
Some more shoes on top. Yeah. Yeah, this pile. Can you see behind this?
Where?
This pile? Oh my God. It's so packed. I could see the ground. It's about 6 feet below me. There's these tags everywhere. 1220, but that wouldn't have survived the flood, I don't think. Well, maybe it would have. It's not much. See, there's tags there and there and there. Maybe it would have. Anyways, we want to try to get to that island. That's hard to get to. But that pile back there is the biggest pile I've ever seen. That's unbelievable. Now, the county has stated, and the state, that they have all the resources they need. They have all the volunteers they need. They have all the money they need. There is no issue with recovery, equipment, supplies, nothing. They're good to go. They're fully funded. They have more than enough. They have more supplies than they know what to do with. So many that they don't even know how to get it all out. I mean, there's not a lot of people displaced. It was a vacation town. Not a whole lot of families are displaced, and those that are, there's plenty of places and supplies for them.
I guess it goes on that side too.
That's the main river over there, isn't it?
No, this it curves.
It
this
is
way.
here?
This is it.
I mean, but that's all floodplain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? It probably hasn't been checked. I mean, maybe it has, but not by giant teams, as far as we know.
Right.
We got to get out there somehow.
Well, we'd have to park. See, I think there's Shriner, so we'd have to park on that side.
Oh, the river trail's right there. We can get to the river trail.
Because there's that creek that cuts through right there. So you search that side, and then you have to drive back and get over the bridge to search this side. 'Cause
Right.
There's that creek that cuts through from Shriner.
Check out that view through here. See the scarred up giant cypress? Look how high up it is from the water.
Holy crap.
Well, some big, that was probably fellow cypresses washing through there, banging the crap out of it.
Dang, dude. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
That's wild.
The power of this water is unbelievable. These scrape marks on the ground, just dragging massive cypress trees downstream. This is crazy. We've been searching for about an hour. Lots of dead animal smells. They don't root in very deep, do they?
No, because they're going into rocks. You know?
Yeah.
They just have to spread out. There's
Yeah, cypress. I'm overturned. Looks like it's broken all apart. I don't know if this one is working on it. Yeah, it's like all well, it's breaking all over.
All right, we're about an hour and a half in. This area, it looks like, has been searched quite a bit. So we're gonna try to find a different location that's not so, doesn't have so many footsteps, foot traffic. So maybe we can get somewhere that's not reached. Maybe we can make a difference. All right, we're on this island in the middle, and we're kind of splitting up, divide and conquer. Hopefully we can cover more ground this way. This area, the piles aren't as big, so this should be easier to check. A lot of them you can see right through. Or you could just tell, you know. You can smell, mostly smell if there's something there. Even if not, we're still checking. Big piles of silt here too. It's pretty wild. There's the main river over there now. So we're in the floodplain. So we've been out here for, like I said, probably about an hour and a half, and we haven't seen any other people walking and searching. There's a crew of people from the Public Utility Board that are clearing, but I think they're trying to get electrical stuff cleared out. They're not searching, but we're the only ones out here searching, and that's kind of like more reassuring that maybe we need to be out here, you know? I think that's a dumpster. Hard to tell what that is. Some sort of bucket. I'm on probably 2 foot of silt here that's all around this giant cypress that got laid down. It's unbelievable. Like, the cypress trees, if you haven't seen them, are gigantic, and they're all along the river. The ones on the river are huge because they constantly get water, get fed, you know. But as you can see, they don't really root in very deep because it's a rock bottom here. It's not much to grab onto. So I guess it makes sense they get knocked down. It's just sad, you know. It's sad because this area is so beautiful. If it weren't for this tragic scenario that we're in, it's kind of hard to look at this river the same. This river is like the lifeblood of this community, and it means a lot to those of us that live here. You know, we spend a lot of time here, had a lot of memories at the river. It's part of us, you know. And now it's got a tragic thing attached to it. Really sucks. We're just trying to help the only way we know how, you know, and I don't want to just stand around. So my dad told me that the number of deceased is now up to 80, I think is what he said. And there's still like 40 missing. Something like that. The number's just skyrocketing. It's horrible. Look at these big, beautiful cypress trees on this bank over here with this pretty house. They got beat up, but they're still standing. Looks like their pool got destroyed. Part of a car there. Rear bumper from something. Jeez. I'm gonna start digging through this pile, see if I can see anything. I'm standing 10 feet up a cypress tree that's piled full of silt. And behind me, the top of this debris line is like 40 feet above me. 30 feet above me. It's about 40 feet high. God, this is wild. There's so much underneath here. There's so much silt. I don't know how you find anything without dogs, you know? This is awful. It's packed layer upon layer upon layer. This isn't even that bad. There's a debris field out there. I'm gonna try to get to that. It's kind of dangerous, treacherous, ankle breakers, very slippery too. That's nasty. All right, we following smells and found a big old dead deer, swollen, gross, nasty thing. So far, still trucking along, clearing piles. I'm gonna hit this one. I think this dude was watching and taking pictures. I think he just fell, and that's a steep area. I'm gonna see if I can go help him. Trying to get to him. Looks like he's crawling his way up. I don't know if I'll get to him before he makes it. I think he's parked right there. Hands and knees. All right, he's figuring it out. Come on, man, you got it. Hard to tell. This is like, that's probably about 2 football fields away. I think he's good. There's something else dead there. Can't even tell what it is, but it is stinky. So at this point, it seems like we can just go by smell. Otherwise, things are buried. So looking in silt for anything maybe sticking out, or going by nose. Fire truck or sheriff, look like sheriff. Every once in a while you'll see a big group of sheriff vehicles or state troopers or game wardens just blaze by. So I'm down here in where the bamboo field is in the middle of the river, and there's this big deposit of river rocks now, and you can see how there's bamboo sticking out of it. So this giant, 5 foot deep mound of rocks was pushed and deposited. Like the river's being reshaped by floods, which is what happens. But who knows what's under there? Right over there's that creature I found that I cannot figure out what it is. It's like a cat or something. Anyways, what's under there? That's the sick part. You never know. I'm seeing some footprints, so some people have been through here. Animals. I don't really see anything this way. I think the water receded a little, which is why we're able to hit areas that haven't been hit. Wow.
What were you pointing at, mine?
Kayak inside there, see that?
This thing's not even in its spot where it's supposed to be, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Should be concrete footing somewhere.
Well,
Yeah. Probably back here.
that whole structure for, that little canopy. Oh, there it is right there, yeah.
Wow.
It just folded over.
You know that whole canopy that's down by the river where they had
Oh, the amphitheater is gone.
Yeah, you
There's
see
the
the whole,
structure.
even the columns were knocked off. I was like, dang.
Wow.
You think you got this thing
Dude,
in-
so think about it.
They built that on concrete sticking way up, and they thought this will never be hurt
Yeah, and think
in a
about
flood.
how this
Yeah.
is up towards the top, so think how hard the water was flowing just up here then.
That's incredible.
That's an amazing amount of water.
It is amazing. Look, there was water just a few feet below the
Yeah.
highway.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they covered it, but they're gonna go back down right now. I said, y'all mind if we go on our own? And they said, no, go ahead. And they asked if we had dogs. I go, no, but you can pretty much smell.
All right, we took a break for lunch, and we're at a new location where we were at earlier. Fire department told us that they have just finished clearing that area, and they didn't have any information on where to go next. So we just kind of drove out of town, turned down a road, found this crew here. They said they're about to go back out, and they don't mind us going as well. They have one dog with them. But as we've discovered, you can pretty much smell anything that's here. So we're splitting up, divide and conquer, and checking piles. Finding more pieces of a car. There's an entire brand new Tundra. Actually, you can see right there inside that stilt home, shoved through the bottom of it. Now again, it's to the point now where you just kind of go by smell. However, need to check sandy berms and stuff because you won't necessarily smell something if just a little bit sticking out. If there's greenery coming out, growing out of it, it's not fresh. If there isn't, it is fresh. Freshly moved, you know. Holy moly.
They don't give a shit. They just keep growing if they got a root that's touching water.
This team's got a dog. Yeah, they just ran past with a dog.
Okay,
They got a dog going ahead of us now.
let's follow them.
Yeah.
All the white rock here where we're climbing over, that's fresh, broken up stuff.
Be careful, it looks like stuff's ready to fall.
Oh man, that's a cold.
That helicopter I'm hearing sounds heavy. That sounds like a Chinook. That's moving, that's beating some air.
That's beating the crap out of it. Wow.
This one's been here, but that one might be fresh.
There's a shirt down there that's just like the one we saw on the last walk we did.
Oh, really?
I grabbed it with my hook and I threw it up on some limbs.
I think I saw that shirt.
This reminds me of Concan with a giant boulder.
Big time.
It's nasty. I think that's what I was smelling.
Probably. It looks filleted, actually. You notice that?
I think nature filleted.
Maybe so.
Look at this. The soil on the sitting on the rock, trees are growing.
Trees are growing out of the.
Hey, there's no stopping nature. You know?
Yeah.
And if it wants to play with the ball, it still holds there.
Kind of like cutting arrowheads, you know. You could be walking and you may not see the arrowhead, and the person right behind you may find it.
100%. 100%. Something shifts overnight, or
Exactly.
Kind of chainsaw the time.
Oh, that's what you do? Yeah.
Hopefully you can get caught.
Yeah.
Kind of open it up a little bit.
Just to get an idea.
But yeah, when he was down in there, his nose, and started kind of digging. Yeah. He started out. Yeah, we definitely. Drax, here.
Did you already go that way? Jump or something one way?
no, we started at the other end,
And we'll
we
drill
came
down.
out this way. But for bringing all this stuff in, it was easier to have people enter this
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
Because he just popped in and out over here. Right.
We're getting out of this team's way. Their dog got a hit on something, so they're going to delayer and send the dog back in. And yeah, I'm just trying to get out of their way. So maybe a potential body back there, but could just be a deer. You never know, unless that dog's trained to decipher the difference. Anyways, we're going to go that way because they haven't gone that way yet. All right, this helicopter just came back to the pile where we were at. So they probably got a body there. Yeah, they are right over the team that we were standing with. And there's somebody on the side. Looks like we were right there next to a body. Jeez. All right, the helicopter took off. This landowner at this nice house he got kind of pissed off at us, but then once we told him what we were doing, he said we're more than welcome. This lady here, she's got another dog. Looks like some sort of Aussie or something, or Border Collie. Hopefully it's a trained dog. Anyways, we're split up. Buddy over there, my dad in the middle. And we're just walking along this. They said, we ran into a guy on another team. They found a female adult body down at the dam. My friend said he was there yesterday. They said about 4 teams have walked past it. It was down in a culvert. So you never know. Just never know. I'm gonna start digging in here. I think there's some entire homes washed through here. Shops at least. I saw a welder laying in the water. Bunch of tools, jack stands, jacks, maybe it's a shop. This place got ravaged. You know, yesterday I walked almost 4 miles, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're digging through stuff, yeah, it's not, you don't cover a lot of ground. I still did 4 miles. Jeez. Helicopter traffic really slowed down. We've been out here since 9. I think it's around 3 o'clock. The helicopter's back over there. Same spot. Yeah, that's the same spot that the helicopter flew over earlier. And now he's hovering again.
The lightning bolt struck it,
Burned out the middle?
burned out the middle.
That's what they
came
usually
down.
do, right? And it kept growing around it?
They say the lightning strikes from the ground up.
Right. Look at
But you could take shelter in there.
that. You could. That treehouse took a hit on the side, way up there.
Oh wow. Yes it did. The buckled angle irons?
Yeah.
Or square tubing, I don't know what it is.
Oh, there's people across the river. That's good.
There's some empty property over there. They probably when they were building that, they thought they had it high enough,
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
you know?
Obviously not. The structure is completely on trees.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The dog must have made a hit.
There's somebody standing on the side.
They're gonna end up having to dig into it.
They're repelling.
Oh really?
Yep. So you got a team of people on the ground, but somebody still repels out of a helicopter?
Yeah, well, it's probably the expert for body extractions.
I wonder if they lowered down a cage or something. I don't think he has anything.
Yeah.
You can't see now, but the helicopter is still there. It's below the trees, so he's obviously hooking up to something. They found something for sure. I can barely hear it. I hear another helicopter coming from behind. Try to get footage of it taken off, but I lost sight of it. Crazy, we were right there. Right there with the team when the dog hit. It's wild. This place, I think somebody just bought this. They poured that concrete right there so that they could run their scissor lift. Can't see it. Right there's a scissor lift. And use that as an elevator. That thing would go down in there and elevate to a platform. I think they bought it and were fixing it. My dad said it was complete, but maybe it was just like an old build and they were redoing it. Anyways, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, I'm smelling something in this tree. It kind of looks like something hairy there, but I think it's if it's anything, it's an animal. I've circled this tree 3 times now. It's definitely in here. Probably just an animal. It's not much to conceal. Oh, right there. It's a dead fish. Yeah. So you get those smells and you think you never know. That could be it. That could be someone. So that's what I've been doing. We've been going by nose, by smell. You get close, you hear flies. I saw a trail of ants. Unfortunately, that's what you're gonna have to look for. It's disgusting. We're still fanned out. I'm just walking by smell. Such a wide path, and in the distance you just see the giant cypress trees destroyed. That's where the river's usually at. But this path of destruction looks like a tornado hit here. It's wild. Looks like my dad's going to the same thing here. Looks like an army truck. That or some sort of dump truck painted green. I gotta see this. Is that a military truck?
Yeah. Diesel.
Dang.
Power steering so it doesn't have.
Tossed like a rag doll. Sounds like the helicopter's up in the air again.
See what's holding it up over here?
Oh, it's like a deuce and a half.
The frame is still
Oh,
straight.
wow.
That tree's got it.
Rockwell axles, right? Oh, it's a tandem. I think so. I could probably recover that.
Oh yeah, it could be recovered.
Helicopter's taking off.
The guy that owns this, you know, probably lives in one of the houses up here on the road.
It'll be all right. Just flip it over, drive it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, drain all the water out. That's crazy.
Got some power steering coming out of it. See the cap missing?
Yeah. Don't need power steering.
Headlights, One headlight's good. That one's busted.
That's wild.
But boy, look how it folded that hood back.
Yeah. Oh, it crushed the dump bed down on the cab.
Yep. Force of the water
That's wild.
bent that into the cab. The windshield frame's all busted up. Windshield, steering wheel's probably busted. This dump bed is salvageable.
It's kind of rotten, but yeah.
People like those big old giant, huh?
Here they come. Oh, it's a Blackhawk. Well, that's it. We went as long as our bodies can handle it. Doesn't sound like a lot, but we did 5.1 miles today. That's a lot more than, yesterday we did 3.9, but we got cut short. So 5.1, we ended up in an area of the river that was very, very rocky, like river rock, and that stuff takes a while to get through there. We did spend a lot of time digging through piles, and I know I didn't film it, and on the last video, the video yesterday, everybody's like, oh, why don't you dig through the piles? You just walked by them. No, we dug through every pile. And, if you smell something, you stop and you investigate until you find what that smell is. There was only one place that we couldn't investigate, and that was the first giant pile. You just couldn't get into it. It was, it's like you're an ant on a pile of sticks packed with sawdust, And, you can't get in there. You can't do anything. You spend an hour, and you won't even dig down a foot. And it's 15 foot down, you could hear water running underneath. So anyways, that area, that's where the fire department said that they're clearing and they're going to send the dogs in today, I think, or maybe tomorrow. Mission successful, but mission failed. I don't know how to say it again. Mission failed, I guess. We didn't find anything, but thank God. I don't want to find anything. I do, but I don't. Anyways, I think we're done. I think the SAR teams, it was a Texas SAR, Texas Search and Rescue, they were there, and as we showed you some of that, they stopped, and they had a couple dogs out there. We saw them hit on a pile, walked off, and as you saw, a helicopter came, dropped somebody off, picked them back up. I think the helicopter landed, and then we were too far away to see, but we heard it take off, so that definitely picked up recovered a body. It had to have. And as we were there, somebody downstream said they recovered a body that morning, adult female. So I can't say I confirm it, because last video I said that 2 girls were saved in the top of a tree and it turned out to be false. But I'm pretty sure 2 people were recovered today at least. Were they kids? I don't think so, but anything's better than nothing. So that's my little insight of hands-on, on the ground, what it's like here in Kerrville, trying to recover lost people. So just I ask you, just keep praying for our community. I'm not going to post any places where you can donate. If you want to donate, donate. If you want to donate to Red Cross, donate to Red Cross. I don't care. I just didn't like what what the judge said. The way he did it was kind of insensitive and out of touch. But if you want to donate to whoever you want to donate to, go ahead. But it would sure be nice if you knew that the funding was going to go to people actually here, people that were actually affected. That'd be cool. So anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I know I got a lot of new subscribers, a lot of people that don't normally watch my content. Normally I make automotive content. I rescue abandoned or lost vehicles, not people, right? Anyways, I'm just here in Kerrville, and it's kind of hard not to help, and I have the ability to put stuff on the internet, so I'm going to do it. Not trying to get popular or rich. I'm just, I don't know, thought people might want to see. So for all the new subscribers that joined from the last video, you're not going to see any more content like this. This is the last day of walking out because the search and recovery teams have pretty much got a handle on everything, and there's nowhere else for us to search that hadn't been searched. And so we're going to go back to our normal content of automotive stuff. So you can stick around if you want to, but I'm sure it's not your thing. That's fine. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.